Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. It is election season in India. Today, phase 3 of the voting was held. We'll tell you about what's at stake. But our lead story tonight is a vote of confidence from corporate America. They're bullish on India. From Warren Buffett to Jamie Dimon, some of the biggest names are vouching for the India growth story. So there's reason to celebrate, but without losing sight of the challenges ahead. We'll discuss both on the show tonight. Meanwhile, no ceasefire in Gaza. Hamas has accepted it. Israel has rejected it. We'll tell you why. In Moscow, another grand inauguration for President Putin. We look at his legacy as Russia's leader and his influence on world affairs. In Europe, a first-of-its-kind deployment since the Second World War, German troops will be stationed in Lithuania. In the US, Donald Trump is pushing his luck in the hush money trial. Will he end up in the White House or in jail? In Australia, condemnation for China after a PLA jet fired flares at an Australian chopper in a dangerous encounter. In Brazil, a state of emergency after floods. In the Maldives, an appeal for India. Please send tourists to Male. How should New Delhi read this? And Tesla has sparked outrage over its latest round of layoffs for the way they were done. We'll discuss if there is a nice way to fire an employee and why don't companies do it. All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Hezbollah says it has attacked northern Israel with explosive-laden drones. This comes just a day after the Iran-backed group killed 2 Israeli soldiers there. Tensions between Israel and Hezbollah have escalated since Israel began its Gaza offensive. The United Kingdom says its defense ministry was targeted in a cyber attack. The data breach involves names and banking details of the armed forces. Officials suspect China to be behind the attack. In March, the Sunak government had accused Beijing of targeting email accounts of lawmakers. In India, no relief for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. The Supreme Court defers its order on his interim bail plea. The court said bail will only be granted if Kejriwal agrees to not carry out any official duties. In March, the Delhi Chief Minister was arrested in a money laundering case. Nepal's ruling coalition party splits. Several lawmakers from the Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal apply for a new party. The party's chair, the Deputy Prime Minister, is on a trip abroad. Insiders say this move has been orchestrated by the Prime Minister to counter his deputy. And at least 6 people killed after a building collapses in South Africa. Dozens still trapped and more than 50 people are missing. 75 crew members were at the site when the under-construction 5-story building collapsed.
Firstpost reports from the world's second-largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.